So for today, we're going to be looking at rigging heavy load, rigging pipe. We're going to be identifying some of our rigging material, shackles, identifying spreader bar, wire rope, synthetic slings, manila rope. We'll also be looking at terms like tag line, reviewing our pipe hitch, timber hitch, clove hitch, cat's paw from our knots. As we're looking at rigging material, one of the most important points to note is what's called the working load limit. So it's the rating, the performance, safe rating of the item. So for example, shackles are stamped. It's a 3/4 inch shackle with a safe working load limit of 4 1/4 ton. And if we were to look at a synthetic sling, it's got a label. Described as polyester synthetic sling, 1 inch wide, 8 feet long. Okay, here's the capacities in the various arrangements. So a vertical lift is from eye to eye, 3,200 pounds. Choker, 2,500 pounds. Basket, 6,400 pounds. Okay. Your other ratings can be found in your IPT handbook for things like manila rope, rated by minimum breaking strength of 1 inch from manila is 9,000 pounds. Safe working load. What's our manila is half inch, 5/8. So we got a safe working load of 880 pounds with a safety factor of 5. So if you hopefully recall from your reading, safety factor of 5 when working with material and equipment, safety factor of 10 when working with personnel. That's what we're hoisting, right? You're hoisting personnel, safety factor of 10. Next, we want to make sure that our rigging material is in good working order, and so we just give it an inspection, looking for tears, fraying. So something like this, starting to, that's a concern. So what we would do with our rigging material if we're concerned about its state, tag it out, return it to the tool crib or rigging C-can. You want to look for any sort of cracks or bends. Make sure the eye can be loosened and removed easily. That might tell you if the shackle's been bent. Okay. Or sorry, the pin. So now let's start thinking about our lift. We're going to be doing 3 different lifts in this demo. We're going to be lifting pipe in the horizontal position with the spreader bar, synthetic slings. Using the chain fall, we're going to be hoisting the pipe in the horizontal position with manila rope and the chain fall. And thirdly, we'll be lifting the pipe in a vertical position with manila rope and the chain fall. Okay? So before any lift, you want to make sure that you plan it out. So some things that we'll do is we'll find our center of our load. We're always concerned about weight of the load, size of the load, center of gravity of the load. With a pipe, that's fairly basic, straightforward. We'll just find the center of the pipe. And obviously, equipment like air handlers or pumps can tend to be a bit more complicated, trying to find the center of gravity of the load. Ideally, we always have, if we're hoisting it with one chain fault or a crane, you always have your hook over the center of gravity. This come along. Okay, we've got a nameplate, 3/4 ton. That's our safe working load limit. Okay. 3 gears. Hoist up, neutral, hoist down. If we're hoisting up, in this case it's just a pivot switch here. It's a ratchet. Right? You can still move it by hand, but then once it gets tight, this sort of freewheel doesn't work anymore. And then if we want to lower it down, same idea, ratchet. Okay. So the turfer is to be used with wire rope. Okay. Okay. So when this lever is engaged, right? Now the gears, the internal gears are engaged. That's in neutral. Okay. So I would get it snug. Engage the gear mechanism. Now we've got 2 handles. 1, 2. And this is my extension. That is lower. This is raised. You see that? So with my internal gear mechanisms engaged, lower and raise. Lastly, we're going to look at the skates. This is for moving heavy objects. So you can change the position of the foot on the skate. You can use the 2 skates underneath the block of concrete that we have you move for 18, I believe. Okay. They're fairly easily changed direction, but once the load is on, you want them aimed in the direction you want them to go. Snatch block. It's very similar to the snatch block that's up on the beam that you'll be using for, I think 17. Hoist pipe into hanger. Okay. Open it up. We would put our wire rope here. Close it up. Pin, closing it off. Right. Hook end down to my load. Running end to my turfer. So you can only open the snatch block when there's no load on it. Oops. Right. Wire rope here. We close it. Okay.